He's a little more. Okay, top just curled. You got it?
Hold it, attach the hull. Hull attaches here. Okay? Attaches to the mast. This line would be going through. This would now be holding.
Yeah, it's nice.
This would be holding guy.
Now I wish I wasn't
Right now
wearing
we got
this
two
one
sheets.
piece. Now I'm hot.
A lazy sheet and
No, it's like,
an active sheet. Okay? So
unless
this
you
would
want to,
now become
unless you want to play with
guy.
it.
Okay? And the guy would be controlling the pole coming back and forward. Okay? And then the sheet. Okay? So what you do is you keep the thing out like this and you just rotate it around. And that's dependent on how far back you pull the pole as opposed to how much you let it shoot. This now you have a fixed point.
Joseph, can you just hold the sheet for 1 second? Just put your hand over it. Thanks.
Trim!
Come down. You're going. You're heading way up. You're heading way up.
Very slow. You can bear away a lot faster than you can move. Instead of just coming around the speed going in, it is now going straight. Keep in mind that this is like an airplane, just like the main. That's actually not the ships. It should be coming around full. Low pressure on the other side.
Are you coming up a little bit?
A little bit.
Can I try? Sure. He just came up a little bit.
So the more vertical you get, the more this, the more efficient, and the more symmetrical.
He's trying to get the top panel to flop.
See how much I can ease it and see what happens. You know, but it's, I like it efficient. You know, you sit there and you tweak the line. And the boat's accelerating, right? What you say? So I think we were bound up.
I think we were very deep too. Our apparent was about 120.
Scott, what's your wind speed and angle?
Just about 130.
130, and your wind speed?
6'6".
6'6", okay.
It's like 5'3".
We're at 130 apparent right now. Trim. Thanks. Good.
It's a funky lead. If you look at it, it's like
You got one curl?
Yeah.
it's like zigzag.
That's what you know.
And also, you know, he kept, there was a delay between, I think we said stop and the thing was still spinning, but I just let it slip.
So,
Next question is, how much activity is this?
Trim.
I'll tell you what, Joe, you know, when you, ideally it's a two-man job. So you're looking at the left.
Gotta head down or we gotta trim? Trim.
What I was just about to say,
Get
don't
more
wait. If
speed,
you see it curling,
120, 100.
because I can let it slip if I don't want it to come in.
Did you hear what he was saying?
As I come
Joe? Okay. So if you see it begin to fold in,
Trim.
Yeah, it's like you're stuck in all of that.
if you see it beginning to go, and he doesn't see it, start to trim. He'll hear the winch and understand that something's going on, and he'll look up again.
And also,
I headed up.
I'll be taking this. This is under tension.
Right.
So
So he'll feel it. In other words, once you start to turn the winch, he'll feel the slack, and he'll go up and right, and take up on it.
Since you say, unless we can find it, see how that set of wood panels. Stay.
If you come on back here,
Yeah, well, that's.
you were saying about the curvature of the thing?
Let's see how
Then right them down, right out. By extending this out
shape
further,
horizontally.
you're going to have more of this coming straight down.
That wasn't. That wasn't.
So now, this line here, actually,
Yeah.
how much activity is that getting?
Not tremendous.
Not enough. So we're not flying just using that. We're just flying it.
You're flying it using the sheets, but what you want to do then is once you get it stable like you are now, then we're going to want to play a little bit with the tag.
Little trim?
See what it feels both less. Okay. If the tag is too tight, sometimes it becomes difficult. Because the curvature becomes difficult for the tag.
Yep.
So, okay, so as we start to get that tap on the plane, what is that going to do to the sets? Hopefully, you can stay here and open the entrance to those.
Trim. Okay.
What's our SOG
Becomes higher level.
7.5.
and our wind speed?
Wind.
Wind speed, 8.8.
8.8.
All depends on the wind speed, the angle.
They're off for you.
When we're high up,
Do a jibe. Now, if you do the jibe, we can leave the tack the way it is, right? Or do you? It's far enough down. You might grind it down some more. It wouldn't hurt. So let me hit that. Do the jibe. Do the jibe.
All right, we're going to do a jibe. We're going to be somebody in the pit
So
on
what
the
happens?
main.
I would have two or three guys bringing in the new.
so why don't we
And
do,
also, I get plenty of hands. I like to have somebody making damn sure the old sheets
Let's
are
grind the tack
out.
down. It's out about a half.
Yeah.
So let's grind it down.
we need somebody on
Don't you walk this sheet around the way you
watch as it comes forward to make sure that it's clear.
You can't walk in. It has to go out in front of the door. Like a flag.
Can somebody come back to the cockpit to handle the sheets? Do a trim?
We're just talking
We're
strategy.
just walking through it.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
So you want this sheet here, you walk to the front.
Well, no, it's going to blow.
Let it take it out.
Right.
Somebody's got to be over there to make sure that it doesn't gas back.
Okay.
So it does. When it stops in the middle, things can wrap around this.
Right. Okay, so I'll watch that.
Okay. And again, when it
Hey, Chris?
What do you guys
I'm
want,
sure this
man?
is more a function of wind speed.
don't try and grab
But
it.
obviously,
Once
eventually
you
blowing, it's
really
going to flag out.
want to
So
be back
if it's lighter,
remember
is it
how
still a
that
case of
line
let
to
it
do
get there, or do you start pulling in on the new sheet?
because that way you can place the
Let's talk
place
about
that's
this.
most
All right.
likely
Yeah,
to
as
do
I
that,
pull it,
that turning
take all
block.
that slack out of it.
Yeah, I'm just checking the traveler.
Yeah.
So you want to be about there.
Okay, am I touching this at all?
Well,
Not unless you need to.
Okay. There's a couple things that are critical here, Captain.
now,
Or you need to watch that because if it goes asshole, we have to stop the turn. So actually, your primary job is to watch it and to talk to the helmsman.
Okay.
Okay?
Like this. You can get ahead of yourself. And so if you take the sheet too fast, it'll want hourglass. Well, we want to look. If there's enough pressure to blow it away, it will help. But sometimes it's not a lot of pressure. When the pressure is dropping, you can come on down.
There's lots of
What are we doing?
going up below.
Take up!
So the driver is watching the sail.
Take up!
Do it and you watch. So you're watching the sail and you want it to blow out, but for some reason you're seeing that it's not going.
Did Mike?
Not going, and don't make
Don't
finish
cross
your turn.
over.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, well, are we ready?
Mike, everybody get
Coming.
to position. Okay.
Do we want to cross the sheet onto that winch? Hang on here.
You throw that off.
You want to handle around the pit, and I'll run back, or
I don't want to be a receiver on that sheet.
and then I'll run. Once you get it around.
How much it's going to
When you come
flag out, how much it's going to need to be
I'll
muscled.
make sure that this one goes out.
Okay. Ready to jibe?
1 second.
can I lock
We
this
need to
back?
make note that we need chocks around these forward, what do you call them? These things,
The cleats, yeah.
the cleats. We need runners.
Yeah,
Okay, so it doesn't get locked on.
we have those.
Okay,
Okay, now you ready?
let it go.
Can I clutch this tack?
Who's driving the van?
Yeah,
You might want to pick that up a
I
little
need
bit.
to center
Oh,
the
yeah,
cup.
okay, clutch it. Okay,
Let the main go on the center. This way. Let the main go.
Keep it off the roller.
tell me when you're ready, Joe.
Somebody ready on this? Somebody ready on the new sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna blow it. He's got it.
Okay, take up on the new sheet. Drew, take up on the new sheet.
This sheet is not attached to a winch yet.
Okay, new sheet needs to be on the winch.
Actually,
well-
no, you want some slack in there because you got it.
I
You
understand.
don't want it to choke the.
Right.
Are we gonna cross sheet or are we gonna go right for
No,
this
no,
winch?
you just go to.
Okay.
We'll lose boat speed right now.
Can we get a wrap on that way?
Okay, guys, come on. Yep, go for it. Great.
Okay, you ready to jibe? Jibing!
You ready? So when
Let it go.
I'm ready.
Let it go out, right?
All right, everybody
Let it go forward. Let that go. Let that go.
Here we go. Take up. Take up. Oh, hold it. Go. There we go. And immediately start easing out is.
See what happens if you start hauling that instrument.
I'll take the tail up here.
You want to do it again?
It doesn't let it flag out.
Let's talk about it. You said you didn't want to bang the main. Okay, sorry guys, bad call on mine. We started taking up the new sheet too early,
Too early? Okay.
and that binds it, so it can't flag out and go around the
That was
nose.
the point I was doing.
Yeah.
Watch your speeding there.
The driver has
I'm it.
I'm looking at the Windex.
Oh, I'm on the wrong side.
I should probably be watching from here.
And I don't want my track behind the wheel. Just now to get caught in here.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So discussion. Are we good? We have any discussion we need? Can we do it again?
Two things. So let's not let the main bang. And also, as Brian just pointed out, we don't want to choke on the new sheet too soon. We got to let the klute get around the front of the boat.
I think the easing needs to start earlier because once you're down deep, there's not enough pressure to push it out.
Yeah.
It needs to ease earlier.
It's now getting
Unless you
blanketed.
disagree with that.
We do it again?
Right? The other thing, one last thing, who's ever on the new sheet has to be ready to just wail away. You know, full arm length, go.
All right, you ready to go again?
So I'll throw this one off. Or you want me to get it?
I can get on the new one.
Easier to just stay in your straight line.
On the other side.
Yeah, you're right. The top, yeah.
Go stick your wing. Put your butt.
I always sit here and try and figure out what my starting blocks are. I'm like, what's the
Hey, is anybody not ready?
Chris, could you free the sheet under your feet around the table? Thank you.
Are we ready to jive?
Ready at foredeck.
Okay.
All right, tell me when to
Ready,
start
go.
easing.
Heading
Go
down.
ahead.
Easing. All the way off?
Yep.
Trim, 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 trim hard. All right, so we need to, when we come around, when that first fills, we need to trim faster because that snap like that is what's going to blow it up.
Yeah, I'd also say once you see it around, you can ease your turn.
One wrap left, trimmer tight.
I would think that once you see the sail around, ease your turn a bit. You don't want to keep coming up at that point
Okay.
and putting more load out there.
All right, should we go again? jive.
I just think the body mechanics of what I do.
Yeah, don't be behind the wheel.
I would sit here, and then,
Sure.
and I'll be on the boat. The other thing we're going to want to do is fix that shackle.
I think we, well, what, mid-jibe?
Ready?
Ready for deck.
Bearing off, ease the sheet.
Go! That's the way it should be done. Yeah, except that I think we didn't quite get the bear away and the easing of the sheet right. I think the sheet went off a little too soon. Do you think?
You think I called it too soon?
No.
I think
when you call it, that's what you call it. But did the sheet, old sheet go off?
I called it.
Off is in, I don't,
Was there,
That was okay.
is there ease and then off or is it
Still
off?
had both speeds and bring it around. The one thing I'm wrestling with, I don't know if it's is when that fluid comes from that far forward, the sheet is winding up at the new sheet is winding up at the glue, and I don't want to just start tearing through it. You're gonna wear. I'm worried about wearing it. You're hanging up.
You want to go forward and watch that on the jive?
I don't know if it's the way around, or just making sure it's free. I don't necessarily feel comfortable with hauling it under load. So it's kind of bound up underneath the tackle.
Is there a... I've seen on some ace ends, there's a stiff piece, almost looks like a small batten.
Yeah.
Sticks out about yay far,
Yeah.
and it's a couple feet up. What's your opinion on those?
Well, I think they do that on sprint boats, so the sheet doesn't drop onto the sprint.
Right. Would it be helpful here?
I don't think it would be helpful.
Okay.
We were talking, Mike and I were talking about
Yeah.
about preventing the lazy sheet from dropping off below the bow roller.
Right.
Well, we can put one on. We can do one.
It might be helpful.
How come you do it outside drive? You don't do it inside drive?
Well, the separation between the forestay and the
Yeah.
sail.
Yeah, we can do inside that I'm squared because the tack is 8 feet out.
If we had a sprit on there that had 3 feet,
Yeah, 3 feet is,
Right.
You think that's still too close?
I don't know.
okay.
Okay, guys, you want to practice a douse or practice a jive?
Let's practice a jibe.
Jive?
Jive and then douse.
Last time we saw that guy on the road, like, your point, way off.
You recognize that?
Now for the... Okay.
So I'll come
Good.
in.
Drive started
Try this. See, this is what happens. You know, if it collapses, this is what I get. You know. And then I'm waiting for the air, the wind to blow it back out and fill it a bit to free it up.
Again, you're going to want to be on the other side of it?
Damn it.
You shouldn't eat the button.
Bow's ready.
You'd be surprised, having that drum
Ready
in.
to drive?
Ready, here.
Ready to drive?
Ready on bow.
Drive in.
Ease sheet.
Keep up.
like to try one more jibe, but I'd like to bring the tack line all the way down. Right?
Not all the way down?
No, it's still up about yay.
Okay.
Okay? So if we can bring the tack line all the way down, it might keep it from getting stuck underneath.
You can bring the tack line down?
It's so weird. I don't know that.
Down to another 6.
In. Grind it down. In. You see where it is on the back of the Spinnaker? Where Brian's walking.
Yeah, he's blocking. But I can see
Good. Then it's good.
Good.
I think it's the pressure on this side.
So just even with the switch and one button something.
That might be, maybe it's the case of back down.
Are we ready?
Height between the tack and the fluid is right. Yes,
Good job.
You ready to release?
You want me to take
You ready?
Are you good?
Okay, dive in. Wonderful if you take
That means it's over. That's very important. It means you're on the track.
I took up on it.
The boat feels bound up.
I took up on it. Pull it up a little bit. Push it against
My instinct was okay, just to squeeze it out. Once it's gone,
Yeah, I don't know. That's that way.
Yeah, that's front curl right there.
All right, guys, we're getting close to land. Let's talk doubts.
We want to jibe again.
Yep. Okay, well then we want to.
We're just playing with stuff up here.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Right.
So, turning the drum electric really makes it a bit better.
I was ready.
After guard ready?
Ready?
Dive in.
let it go hard. Let it go out.
Let it go out. Use the sheet.
Otherwise, this thing would
Before we douse, let's get it stable. Okay. Who do we want in the sewer?
I'll do it. I'll be up here in the front.
You're gonna need to be down in the sewer.
We might as well roll out the chip, though. I mean, we're
Oh,
gonna.
that's easy.
Your job.
we're a little step out. So before we get it there,
So,
you unload this thing into one of the couple of layers.
the word douse came up, so you immediately want to
There, and now blow the sheet. Blow the sheet, pull it in. What is it? How is it referred
one rather than another one. You want to make sure that how's the line look?
So the intent here is take it down the
Right there before I unlock. They just want to wrap it
Raise the
down.
sheet. That way, somebody has to hand it over.
Okay. Just want to grab it right. Okay.
Brian,
I can do it to help feed if you want.
can you coach Joseph on the 10 feet for...
Yes. Yep.
Wait, he's on the tack line. Oh no, he's on the height. Sorry,
On
forgive
the
me.
halyard. All right, so we're going to leave the tack line where it is for the moment. All right, but we need to have somebody ready to release the tack line
Back one.
afterwards.
Okay.
Afterwards. All right, what you're going to do, Joseph, is when we call for the douse, you're going to blow it out about 10 feet. And what that's going to do is that's going to blow the top out and offload it. We're going to take it from the sheet, the lazy sheet, and the center of the sail. Okay, once we get the lazy, once we get the base in, I'm going to hand the center of the spinnaker to Steve, who's going to start sucking it down, and he's going to start sucking it down from the back. Then we'll call for the tack to be released, so we can now start gathering the whole 9 yards down.
Yeah, when do you want me to continue?
I'll give you the clue.
We didn't get to that yet?
We didn't get to that yet. Okay, so once we get that in, then we'll call for another 10 feet and another 10 feet and another 10
What are
feet.
you
So we'll
gonna
do it
call?
10-foot increments. Huh?
What are you going to call for 10 feet? What
What's
are you
your
going
password?
Oh, halyard.
Halyard. And just go 10 feet.
Alright. You want me to release the tack? Yeah, okay.
the tack line go? The tack line is very tight before, but I do need to unload it and stop it.
Yeah, wait till it jibs out. Two more nails to get torn off.
Okay, are we putting the jib out, or are we just going to take it down?
Joseph, try doubling the line around the wind and taking the clutch off.
Are we going to put the jib out and then take it down, or are we just taking it down?
I think it's up to you, Brian. That's good. No, you don't need to do two. Well, okay, fine.
Well, again, normally we're going to be in a position where we're going to put the jib out and take it down underneath the jib.
What am I doing with stopper? Stopper. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't so tight.
Your call. Either way,
What's that?
well, whether or not we actually unload the jib.
I think that's going to be more commonplace, and I think it makes for a safer, nicer take.
Well, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Even though we're adding another layer of complexity,